They're going to be next year's Bristol High School Golden Hurricanes.
Moments away from kickoff here at Veterans Memorial Stadium. I'm Rob Newton, and joining here in the booth with Aladdin Freeman, giving you this game. Field temperature right now is about 45 degrees. The winds come out of the southwest. Definitely advantage of the coin toss here. Aladdin?
It's a nice night for football. It's a great night. The last time we were here about 2 weeks ago was about 30 degrees. I can see already a lot of the players are wearing short sleeve shirts.
Well, now you know why I wasn't here 2 weeks ago. It was 30 degrees. That's why I wasn't here.
And I'm fired up for the football. I'm surprised by the size of this band. This is a huge band. These aren't even the people that are in the New Britain band. These are the juniors. These are the young kids who are going to be here next year. It's unbelievable. You can see why a band this size and as good as they are gets such national recognition as they do. Something we touched on as far as early, and we'll get into more stats later, but a key thing for those of you at home to look for is New Britain is a fast-starting team, and Bristol Eastern isn't. New Britain has outscored their opponents in the first half 309 to 35 this year. Yes, I'm not, that wasn't an exaggeration, 309 to 35. So New Britain is a fast-starting team, and as far as Bristol Eastern has been outscored, in fact, by their opponents this year.
146 to 147.
And that's for the whole game, but yes, as far as just in the first half, usually, especially in the first quarter, they're down usually by 3. They usually find themselves in the hole in the first half a lot, so that's going to be
It's clear that the CCC South powerhouse is New Britain. There's no stopping New Britain as far as they want to go. The only thing that will affect their game, I think, is weather. So as you said, tonight is a beautiful night.
The other thing for New Britain is you don't want them, like in a fighter, you don't want the fighter to peak too early. New Britain, that's one thing that I don't like, is the fact that they are hitting on all cylinders already, and they have been for so long. They only were tested really once early in the year in a game versus Bloomfield that they won 42 to 35. Since then, it hasn't really been much of a test for New Britain. I don't know if tonight will be. I don't want to assume anything, but again, last year was 65-0. I remember last year New Britain only ran about 4 different run plays, and they have 2 very explosive backs this year in Randy Luke and Mike McLeod. Both guys are averaging about 10 yards a carry.
And you're right. Tonight's game is going to be all about speed, and New Britain has it.
And that's usually a big factor, especially in high school football. It's just speed and size up front. Something that also gets lost in the stats when you think of New Britain, and you always hear their offense, and I try to make mention of their defense. But it's that the fact that their O-line hasn't allowed a sack all year, which I just find amazing. And they only have a handful of plays that have gone for negative yards. So the O-line, guys who don't really get a lot of credit, have just been lights out this year. So we will definitely make mention of that, so those of you at home will be reminded of that the reason why Andrew Maestro is completing 75% of his passes and why Elfin Keelis has such a great season, as well as Julian Cartier, is because of those guys up front. And this is also a very emotional night for the seniors, it being senior night. So I have a feeling Coach Cochran will leave his seniors in a little bit longer, even if it gets out of hand a little early. You kind of have to, because this is their last stand. This is their last hurrah.
Well, we don't like to think of it that way, but there's some of these seniors on this team maybe haven't had the experience because of the great underclassmen here at New Britain. They'll be playing as much as they can. He'll let every senior play as much as he can.
Well, also, the other thing is that you did make mention of it as far as the underclassmen, and that's what you have. When you have a great, solid program, you get production from your freshmen, your sophomores, and your juniors, as well as your seniors. And that's just what all great teams do.
Well, in New Britain, Pop Warner football, Super Bowl 2 years in a row with the New Britain Raiders, run by the Britain Police Department. It's direct feed to this high school, and they're a great football program.
And I know Coach Cochran loves it.
It's a great match for Coach Cochran.
I know Coach Cochran has a wonderful well to draw from. If you have Pop Warner, hey, if they bite early, then they're going to bite when they get older. Now we're just awaiting New Britain to take the field. You've already seen that Bristol Eastern is on the field. This is a special night for New Britain, so we'll let them take their time. That's all we're waiting for before the kickoff. We have a pretty much of a packed house tonight, too, as well on the New Britain side. On the Bristol Eastern side, they didn't get a lot of support from their fans. Them being 4-3, playing the #1 team in the state, you can kind of understand why. But New Britain, here on the New Britain side, people are still filtering in and starting to fill up.
Well, I think we've got to be fair to the Route 72 mass out there every afternoon trying to get back or get out or get into Bristol. 48,000 people both ways. You know, we're right off Route 72 here in New Britain, so.
That's why what you just said, that's why I don't go to work till about 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. I wait for that.
You know.
I wait for it to get done with.
And that's why I go early to beat that rush.
Either way, it works. Either way, you don't get caught up in it. Here comes New Britain right now.
The coaching staff coming out for New Britain.
That's right. As well as his seniors and the rest of the players. Here's New Britain taking the field now. And they are a fired up bunch right now. New Britain's taking the field. This is a special night for them.
Just moments wait for coin toss, ladies and gentlemen.
They're running through the ring. Surprised Big George Burke is going to be able to fit through that ring. So we're just moments away from kickoff now. Just awaiting the, actually we're not moments away from the kickoff, we're moments away from the coin toss. And then what promises to be an exciting high school football matchup between the New Britain Golden Hurricanes and the Bristol Eastern Lancers. And I really like this field. Last couple weeks ago was the first time I was actually here. I really enjoy this field, the way it's set up.
Well, I can't say that, Aladdin. I was here when I was 15 years old, when playing against Pulaski High School, for those of you who remember. And I'll tell you.
And we're gonna go to the ref now for the coin toss right away.
He's the head linesman. On the right is Mr. Mock. He's the field judge, and on the left there is Mr. Dumais. He'll be the bash judge. Scoreboard clock is the official time, okay? If something happens to that clock, we'll bring time on the field. Mr. Dumais behind the defense will be timing the game at that point. If that happens, you'll get a 4-minute warning prior to the end of the half, okay? I don't anticipate that's going to happen. If there's a penalty, I'll call for the offender's captain. Pay attention to me. If you don't understand the options as I tell them to you, just ask me to re-explain them, okay? Pay attention to me before you look to your coach and make sure I'm making myself clear, okay? All right. Now, you're the visiting team. I have a $50. That's a tail, that's a head. I need your call now. What do you call it? You're calling head. He's calling head. Okay, I'll flip and catch it. If I drop it, I'll look like a fullback. Pick it up and do it again. Head is the call. It is the head. You have won the toss. You choose now to start the second half. Okay. White won the toss and you're going to receive. Which goal you defend? You defend the toss and kick to the north ball, right? Okay. This solution will be
All right, we apologize for the muffled sound. That, Rob, like Rob just said to you earlier, it's pretty windy down there, and it's also an authentic sound of the game where the ref's wearing the mic. So,
okay. Hey, Joni, we're going to read off the refs' names right now. I want to introduce you to tonight's officials. The referee is Tom Valvano. Back judge, Terry O'Neill. Line judge, Alan Lexow. Line judge, Terry Mock. Backfield judge, Brian Dumas. EOC, Dick Cowley.
So now we're just awaiting the kick.
Bristol Eastern is taking the north side of the field. And
Bristol Eastern won the toss. They elected to receive. We're waiting on Mike Garces will be kicking off. And back deep to receive for Bristol Eastern. It'll be number 81, Peter Albano. And number 10, Andrew Sorgo.
I believe it's Andy Segro.
Segro, thank you. So we are just about underway. This exciting high school football matchup. And we are underway, and that ball is going to go out of the end zone. What a kick by Garces.
Yeah, there's the wind in tonight's game. There it goes.
Bristol
That kick
Eastern
carried right through the uprights, right out of the field. No return.
Bristol Eastern will start with the ball on the 20-yard line. And they have a plethora of running backs. They like to mix it up a little bit. They're led by the quarterback, Ricky Blaze. He's a pretty good runner, but he's more of a throwing threat. Their leading rusher right now is Matt Keegan, and I believe they're going to be coming out of an I. Al Bubba Blumenthal is the fullback as well. So let's see what they do.
They split to the right now.
There's a give up the middle to number 27, Matt Keegan. He gets tripped up by George Burke and a couple other guys up front. He gets 2 yards on the run. New Britain, that's something that New Britain's going to have to do tonight, is just keep controlling the front line, because they will. This is what you're going to see from Bristol Eastern. You're going to see short runs and just trying to keep the clock.
Bristol Eastern is a classic football running team.
In the split set, they run the little option, and Matt Keegan keeps it again. Sorry, Al Bubba Blumenthal keeps it again, and he gets driven back by that aggressive New Britain front.
Definitely a gang tackle there. 5 New Britain players in on that one.
Led by Mark Wasowski and Andrew Madigan and Josh Jennings. So 2 plays, 4 yards. This New Britain defense is tough. I mean, they don't stop, and they're not on the field that much usually because of their offense, and they're not on the field as well because they usually get you in 3-and-out situations. Here's a passing situation, split formation, and again they like to keep the option
with a loose ball,
and I believe he fumbled, and it is
recovered by Madigan.
So,
first and 10 from looks like the 26 for New Britain.
Exactly what you didn't want if you were Bristol Eastern. You tried 3 run plays in a row, and this is kind of the problem that I had last year with them, is that they kept doing these fullback dives at the middle, and you turn the ball over, and not only do you turn it over, but you turn it over inside your own 30 to the most explosive offense in the state. New Britain's in an ace formation. This is basically a run play, quick pass play from Maestro.
Quick play.
Oh, the New Britain
Loose
gets the ball
ball
knocked out, but it goes out of bounds. Number 18, Mike Garces, got to hold on the ball a little bit better. That basically was a run play, though. They netted him about 7 yards. If you see, taking a look at this replay,
It's a modified screen, it looks like.
We'll get the replay in a second. That's a look in the pass. Maestro finds his man wide open in the end zone for the touchdown. That's number 11, Nate Jones. That was a great adjustment by both players.
Plenty of time there.
It was a pump fake that brought him the time.
No penetration at all on defense.
And now New Britain will attempt the extra point. Mike Garces with the extra point.
It's good.
And it is good. 7-0 New Britain, just like that.
Well, that cannon is going to give me a heart attack before the end of the night, I'll tell you that.
I said the same thing a couple weeks ago.
Oh, boy.
All right, let's take a look at this replay of this touchdown. Now, what happens, look at these cool graphics. What happens on here is there's going to be a pump fake
I'll tell her, and if anything happens, tell her.
that allows him to get time. As you see in the right hand of your screen, there's a pump fake, and then he throws it, and you can see right there, Jones is wide open. And the good thing about that is what Jones did is what the receiver is supposed to do. If the quarterback's rolling to the right, you go to your right, you drift to the right a little bit downfield, and that's exactly what he did.
Again, as we stated at the start, this quick speed, the quick out pass, quick roll to the right, wide open.
It's a complete football team in New Britain, and the school and the fans and the city are very lucky to be watching these young men. It's very rare to have a team this complete for so long. And the kick is off.
Another kick deep and through the end zone. Bristol Eastern will take over again on the 20-yard line.
I think Garces is going to keep doing this all night. He's fired up tonight. You can tell he's kicking the ball well, and like you said, with the wind, look out. So let's see. Let's see what we expect something different this time from Bristol Eastern. Do you think, Rob?
Oh, yeah, they're going to have to throw something. Threatens it.
And we'll throw it down to our field reporter.
Mike.
67 points scored by New Britain was a record for Bristol because no other team never scored that many points before until this year. A 79-6 loss win against Bristol Central. That's another record. Back to you.
Thanks, Mike.
Mike, thanks a lot. Mike, we're sorry. We kind of got muffled. Yeah, that 79 points came in a game when they didn't really even try and run it up. It was just the team kept turning it over. Bristol Central kept turning it over inside their 10.
It's the depth here in New Britain. There's just so many kids out here in uniform. It's unbelievable. It's a great thing to see.
Again, another dive up the middle. Al Bubba Blumenthal gets about 3 yards. This looks like a mirror image of what we saw last year. A lot of fullback dives up the middle, and you know what? New Britain's not the kind of team you're going to run a fullback dive on. I mean, they are very solid right where they need to be. Right where they need to be, and that's the teeth of their defense. And I don't see a fullback dive really doing much to them.
I don't know.
So it's third down.
They have a 6'5" tackle on the line you're charging. I think you want to go around him or over him. You don't want to try to go through him.
Third down, call it 6. And again, another dive to Al Bubba Blumenthal, and he gets another 3 yards, but it's fourth down. And I really don't understand now. I don't want to keep doing this all night, but you've run 6 fullback dives up the middle, and you've netted 10 yards, and you also fumbled the ball once. This is not the way to attack the #1 team in the state. I know you don't want to concede the game either to them, but you can mix it up. I mean, you can run a reverse off of it, and it looks like actually they're going to go for it right here on fourth down. No, they don't. I'm sorry. They set up a punt formation. And you have to be careful now who you're going to kick it to, because Julian Cartier is dynamite back there, lightning in a bottle.
It's like a squib. Fake reverse. Here we go. Great cutback. Nobody there. Nobody there. He's in. Second score for New Britain. Here we are, 8:05 in the first period. We have our second score.
Unbelievable team speed by New Britain. Andrew Jackson, Julian Cartier, whoever you put back there, it's just team speed. They ran a fake reverse, and there was no one there. That was also a great individual effort by Andrew Jackson as far as the cuts, and then just finishing up, turning on the gas at the end as we're set for the extra point.
They have a bad snap. Fumble recovered. New Britain.
A bad snap, but Mike Garcia does a smart thing. He does a smart thing and falls on it. And I hope his hand is all right because he's holding it gingerly. Let's take a look at the replay of this touchdown. Just an amazing,
remarkable run.
Remarkable run. Here you're going to get the replay in its entirety. Here's the snap. And you're going to see right now, this is the line. The kick is off. And on the wide shot, you'll see Andrew Jackson to the right part of your screen. Actually, he's in the center of your screen. He fakes to reverse, and watch the rest of the speed. This is just great moves. And
going to cut right here.
his move right here,
across.
boom. Right in the middle, that move right there. And then look at him turn on the speed at the end. Because number 10 hadn't slowed down. And that's still just an amazing effort by Jackson to make that cut and still be able to outrun somebody. I'm sorry, Andrew Sorgo, to call you out again, but outrun somebody who was running full speed after you make a cut like that. It's just awesome. So, like you said, with 8:05 left, 13-0 New Britain. And this is what New Britain's been doing all year. They jump out to early leads.
We have a squib kick. Picked up on the 10.
And in fact, coming into this...
Andy throw there. Brought it back to the 22-yard line. Picked up 12 on that return.
And in fact, coming into this game, New Britain has been outscoring their opponents 168-21 in the first quarter. So this is nothing new. We've been seeing this all year from them. Now, if you're Bristol Eastern, what are you going to do? Are you going to concede again and just run 3 fullback dives? Or are you going to do something different?
I don't know. Coaches will say this is a character-building game for Eastern.
Well, they're lining up in a different set. Right now, Eastern has 5 wide receivers set. I believe there's a penalty flag because they broke the huddle with 12 guys instead of 11. But I'll let our ref take it away and tell us.
We have a substitution infraction on the offense. Still be first down.
That's exactly what it was. They started. The reason for the flag is you cannot break the huddle with 12 people. You can't even have 12 people in the huddle. So now the NFL started it, trying to crack down on the penalty. College followed, and now high school is doing the same. Because if you could, you just shuffled people in and out. But anyways, getting back to the action. This is a new set for Bristol Eastern. This is a 4 wide receiver set, which is basically a run and shoot set.
Ricky Blaze hands off tackle. We have a fumble recovered by Bristol Eastern.
Al Bubba Blumenthal got his own fumble back on first and 15. Actually gained 2 yards, so that's probably one of their best plays of the day so far. Actually gained 4 yards, so it's now 2nd and 11. And again, it's been so far, it's been 7 dives right up the middle. You got to try something else. I mean, I understand they're the #1 team in the state, but I mean, even for your own season, you can work on something, maybe take something away from this game.
We have a little spread here.
Shotgun formation.
Shotgun formation. It's a quarterback roll, Cleeper.
Number 8, Nate Daniel, is there to make the stop on Ricky Blaze. And now it'll be 3rd and 10. And again, they haven't tried. They haven't tested New Britain's defensive backs. I know New Britain's talented defense, but at least test their backs. Test their D-backs. Throw a pass here. And they got the right idea, though, getting the quarterback in the corner.
The secondary is getting closer and closer to the line, so I hope the Eastern coach is listening. Yeah. Try to go off tackle to the left. Going for possibly a 2-yard loss.
Nick Casani did what he could, but I mean, there wasn't really much there. New Britain's front.
4th and 10.
Front 7. Dominant. So 4th down, and you have to kick it again back to Andrew Jackson, who just ran one back. So if I was Bristol Eastern, you'd kick one out of bounds.
He's right at midfield. Get it high, get it low.
And even though that kick only went about 8 yards, about 12 yards, that was a smart thing to do. You kick it out of bounds, you kick it away from their explosive athlete, and you make them actually play some offense and hope that they make a mistake. So if you're just joining us in this wonderful Nutmeg production, It's high school football action. We have New Britain Golden Hurricanes up 13-0 over the Bristol Eastern Lancers. And basically a game so far where New Britain hasn't gotten the ball past their 50 yet.
Another pass here. Intercepted by Bristol Eastern.
Andrew Maestro was picked off by Sean
Leahy picked that off on the goal line.
By Sean Leahy.
That was either make the interception or give him a touchdown. Nice job there by Sean.
Andrew Maestro, that was a bootleg. He got a little bit greedy, trying to get extra yards. But that's the best thing that could happen for Bristol Eastern and one of the worst things that could happen for New Britain.
Okay. All right. I'll take the replay. Here we have the pass coming down the left side. Leahy moves, steps ahead, just at the goal line. Makes the interception. Makes a nice return. He's knocked out of bounds, about the 20. Nice play by Sean Leahy.
New Britain,
We have a fumble, flags flying.
Bristol Eastern fumbles the snap. New Britain gets it, number 72. Corey Thomas, who's a heck of an athlete we talked to a couple weeks ago, is there to pick it up. So, turn the ball over, you get a turnover, and then you give it right back. So in the last 3 plays, New Britain basically gained 10 yards. And I have a feeling coming up right now, you're going to see a run play, Randy Luke. And then if that doesn't work, you'll get Maestro on the corner again just to get his confidence, or keep his confidence up.
Well, if you want to take wagers, I think they're going to roll right. We're going to go with that same pass play.
We're in a shotgun formation at the 20. It's a dive to Randy Luke. Randy Luke, another juke move with a big stiff arm, keeps his feet driving until he gets bumped out of bounds. Call it 7 on the game. Nice run by Randy Luke.
He picked up about 5. 2nd and 5 from the 14.
Again, run and shoot formation, 4 wides. This time, it's a deep corner route to Elfrin Keelis, who out-battled. He does a good job of turning in the D back there as the ball gets batted away by Sean Leahy.
Sean Leahy again.
So Sean Leahy's doing a pretty good job matching up on Elfrin Keelis.
Sean's a junior, and he's stepping right up here tonight.
He's stepping up against the senior, Elfrin Keelis. That ball drifted, got hung up a little bit by Maestro more than he wanted to. Toss sweep to Randy Luke. Flags are down so the play's dead. Play's blown dead. It's probably going to be a false start on New Britain.
The way of game on the offense.
So now we're going to go back. New Britain loses 5 yards, and this is something New Britain does a lot. They get a lot of penalties on themselves. So it's call it 3rd and 9 from the 19-yard line for New Britain. And I definitely believe they're going to take a shot at the end zone. What do you think, Rob?
I don't know. I think maybe we should go to Mike on this play and see what he thinks. He's right down in the middle of it down there. What do you think?
All right, so New Britain getting ready to break the huddle. It's 3rd and 10. Call it 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10 from the 19-yard line. They're lining up trips right.
Yeah, trip right. This will be that pass in the corner again.
Fake pass to the right. It's a screen play to Keelis. Does the rest on his own. Gets knocked down at the 1-yard line.
Oh, I can throw that play away.
That's a great play.
Faked out this announcer.
That's a great play. They set up everybody to the wide side. You put your best athlete, one of your best athletes, on one of their best athletes. You get a lead block. Great play. Great play call by Coach Cochran.
Yeah. Eastern focused on the trips on the right. Came back to the left. Great misdirect there. Going after the run. 2 points.
Toss sweep to Randy Luke. That's
and
easy as pie.
Cannon. Oh
Touchdown.
My God, I love that
New Britain.
cannon.
20-0. Sorry, 19-0, New Britain.
Randy Luke with the extra points.
Sorry, Randy Luke got the touchdown. Keelis got bumped out at the 1-yard line. But so for Randy Luke, that is touchdown number 13 on the year. And he's doing a heck of a job filling in for Justice Harrison. Now New Britain does the smart thing and is getting ready to go for 2 here since they botched the extra point last time.
Going for 2. Going for 2.
Simple slant pattern to Julian Cartier. Great play, great catch, quick hitter. 21-0 New Britain, Golden Hurricanes.
Let's go to Mike down on the field.
New Britain just simply pours on the points. In fact, they average 60 points per game overall. However, they upped that mark. In the CCC South alone, in the 5 games they played, they averaged 69 points per game. Their defense only yields 5.4 points per game. Simply amazing.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah, Mike, and you're right. If you're outscoring your opponents 60 by 65, any coach will take that.
Yeah, when you were going out of the way, you just dropped it.
Yeah, we're at Willowbrook Park in New Britain. Sorry, we're at is it Willowbrook Park?
Willowbrook Park here in New Britain.
Willowbrook Park in New
Home of
Britain.
the
And the score right now is 21-0, the New Britain Golden Hurricanes.
Sorry about that.
Short return. It gets out to the 15-yard line by Sean Leahy. And New Britain's special teams is flying now. I see that Garces is taking a little bit off of the ball now to try and keep it in play. And we'll call it the 17-yard line. So Bristol Eastern will take over there from there. They showed a little bit of a wrinkle as far as receivers. They lined up in a different formation last time, but they still kept doing these dives up the middle.
We have a shotgun here.
You're right. They're in a shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers to the top, 2 wide receivers to the bottom. And they run a quarterback draw. It gets the corner, actually. That's probably the best offensive play of the night so far.
Definitely the biggest gain.
Ricky Blaze turns the corner, lowers his shoulder, and gets about 8 yards. Actually called about 9 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 1 at the Bristol Eastern 26-yard line. And for Coach Cochran, I know he doesn't want his team to get complacent, so you can see him. He's a little ways out there telling his defense what to do, calm down. But you got to watch that. You got to watch these plays. And he's right. This is what you're going to see a little bit of. I don't think you're going to see so many run plays in the playoffs, but some teams are just going to try and line up and bang on you, try and run right at you. So again, we're not in a shotgun formation, but run and shoot, 4 wides. And I think fullback dive is what we see here.
The Britain showing blitz here.
I believe he did get it. Mike Kosaki, I believe he got the first down. They're going to measure it to see. No, he did. They're not even going to bother measuring it. So that time, that's when it's good to call fullback dive. When you have a short yardage situation, but I don't know about 1st and 10. And New Britain burns their first time out of the game, I believe, just to find out what's going on. Coach Cochran's definitely going to come in and settle down his defense, as you can see in the lower part of the screen. Al Misani, the coach of Bristol Eastern. Well, the Bristol Eastern coach is out on the field as well talking. And actually, now that we have a little break, I do want to give
Jack Krampitz.
I want to give a big props to New Britain as far as I really liked dealing with their staff this week. I was a little late on getting a lot of the information. They helped me out. Lynn Cordo did. I can't say the same for Bristol Eastern. I called, I made a lot of calls, and you yourself told me that it's kind of tough tracking down information.
Yeah. Well, these guys are teaching too, so.
Yeah, I understand that.
You have to catch them when they're out of class. That's the big problem.
That's the tough part.
My schedule's a little more flexible. I was able to catch Coach Krampus outside of class at the end of the day.
She's got a traditional shotgun formation with a tight end, and it's going to be a lead snap.
Quarterback roll again.
This time it was to Andrew Sorgo, but there's a penalty flag. I believe somebody lined up off sides because they let the play run.
Motion on the offense.
False start.
Illegal motion on the offense. I guess they didn't have enough either guys on the line of scrimmage or somebody moved early. But New Britain declines it either way, I believe. Yeah, because they only got about a yard on it. Yeah. So now it's called 2nd and 9 from the Bristol Eastern 29-yard line. Traditional run and shoot set again for Bristol Eastern as we await the snap. There's a snap. Big dive. Oh, there is a dive. Fumble. Bad exchange again. If you're going to run these dives, that's the first thing you got to get down is the quarterback running back exchange. You can't keep running these dives if you can't botch that. I mean, you got to get that down. Otherwise, you might as well just give them the ball, which they basically are trying to do. Doing that.
Is that Blumenthal recover that again?
I believe it was. Get a good shot of New Britain's defense waiting to see, get the calls. They're led by Big George Burke in the middle. Man, this kid, 6'4", 220, 255. I have a good feeling he's going to be a major college recruit.
No.
And here's the first pass of the game. Tries it deep, and actually, hey, it was a little action, and I like that the ref, incidental contact. I like that the refs didn't call anything, but hey, that's good play call. Because at least you show New Britain something different.
Yep. You have 4th and 9. Bristol Eastern sending in their punting team.
And this will be their third punt. The first one got run back. The second one, they did the smart thing and just kicked it out of bounds. Again, Andrew Jackson and Julian Cartier are back deep. And they do the smart thing and kick it
away from Cartier this time.
No, they kick it to Cartier, and he's even more dangerous than Jackson, as you can see. Look at that move. Cartier turns on the speed, turns on the gas, and gets dragged down at the 5-yard line by number 27, Matt Keegan. What a great play, a heads-up play by Julian Cartier, and you can see right there what I was talking about as far as the speed. He really knows how to turn it on.
Impressive. That's all you can say. That's how you can sum up New Britain tonight. Just impressive.
Team speed. They have next level speed.
Major factor.
When you say that, next level, meaning they're in college. If they're in high school, they have college level speed. If they're in college, they have pro level speed. They have next level speed. Here's a snap. Maestro does a smart thing. He just throws it away.
That's a little too long to Cartier.
Cartier he's such a good athlete. He still was able to get a hand on it, but I don't know about, and that's one thing, I don't like second-guessing Coach Crocker, and sometimes I do. I don't know about lining up 4 wide receivers when you're down here. I say get your big guys and go smash right at them.
What he's doing is Eastern's trying to match him up player for player, and he's spreading them out and giving less people in front of him here.
And there's a fade pattern in the back of the end zone, a touchdown to Julian Cartier. And might as well give it to Julian Cartier since he's the guy that got you all the way down there. That makes the score 27-0.
I knew it was coming, and I still jumped.
27-0, New Britain, first quarter. And like I said earlier, this is what they do all year. They are lights out early. Mike Garza's on for the kick.
It's up, and it looks good.
So, with 2:39 left in the game, it was first quarter, sorry, with 2:39 left in the first quarter.
Yeah, it would be a regular game. It would be 28-0 here, but this is New Britain football.
28-0 in the first quarter. And that means New Britain now has outscored their opponents in the first quarter. My math is right, and it is 337-35 on the season. 337-35 in the first quarter alone. I'm sorry, in the first half alone. That's what they do. All right, we're going to take a look at this replay. This is just a great pass by Maestro. You can see he lofts it up there. Cartier, kind of missing out of the screen.
Great athleticism. Got up there.
Oh, man.
On top of his man.
Great athleticism by Cartier. He out-jumped the guy, got both hands. He actually reached out and caught it. Just a great play. That was a nice throw, too, because Maestro led him a little bit. As the ball blows off the tee, we're waiting the kick from Mike Garces to number 11, Ricky Blaze, back deep. It's a squib kick down there, and it actually will get into the end zone. And excuse me, that was Andrew Sorgo back deep. I get the two mixed up because they look so similar. So anyways, Bristol Eastern will take over at their own 20-yard line. Again, joining us, it's senior night tonight for New Britain.
There's plenty of proud parents out here.
There are.
See the moms out here with their corsages. The dads out in the field earlier wearing their son's shirts. Very, very big night for New Britain football.
Yes, it is. And they're not disappointing as they're up 28-0 early in the first quarter. And there's also going to be a penalty tacked onto this, so they won't get the drive starting at the 20. I believe they'll get it backed up a little bit. While we have a moment, let me get this in. Tonight's telecast is from Nutmeg. Our producer is Joni McCauley. Our director is Paul Fiedler. Our technical director is Regina Mastrogiacomo. The people who do the titling, that's Sarah, all the graphics, Sarah Marino. She does a great job. Audio is Ron Palmisano. On camera, Dan Riley, Steve Sitham, Dwayne Cody, Art Langham, and Susan Morgan. And our stat man, a producer of a great show for Nutmeg, is Don Zarell. So, it's 1st and 10 from the 20. This is more of a split formation. New Britain is stacked to front again. Fullback dive right up the middle. What do you think about that, Rob?
I don't know. I think they're trying to stake out the center, and then New Britain has just filled it. That young man is 6'5", is just amazing.
I'll tell you what, I've seen New Britain play 4 times now. Actually 5. We've done 4 of the games. I've never seen anybody run up the middle on New Britain, except for exception of Tim Washington 1 year. Other than that, no one's running up the middle on New Britain, and I just don't understand. At least repeatedly and successfully, why they.
I don't think we're allowed to mention Tim Washington's name here at Veterans Memorial Stadium. Here, it's like that's the niche in the goldenrod here.
Well, they did get the state title last year, so I think they'll be able to forgive him. Great block on the corner. Ricky Blaze keeps. There's a good block on George Burke by number 35. Ricky Blaze gets about 3 yards, so set up 3rd and about, call it 2. Call it 2.5.
I was at Mosey Field last year when New Britain lost to Bristol Central, and I'll tell you, the clock is what won that game.
I'll tell you what, though, their dynamite running back, Justice Harrison, getting hurt early also had something to do with it. Mm-hmm. We have had many a debate of who was the better running back. I still stand by my pick in Justice, but we will see. Anyways, 3rd and short. Shotgun formation. Sorry, run and shoot formation. Let's see what happens. He's trying to draw him off. Here's the snap. It's a give right up the middle, and Madigan, Andrew Madigan. Wow.
Madigan coming from his linebacker position. Cross right over there. Fill the hole instantly.
You're not, and he's a senior, and it is as intense as they come. He's a fired up individual, and Josh Jenkins as well was in on the tackle. And now, you know what, though? This is the first time I've actually seen New Britain line up with their punt returners on their own side of the field, on their own side of the 50. So we'll see what happens. It's 4th and 5. Bristol Eastern getting ready to punt. Almost had a slip. Bristol Eastern getting ready to punt. And here's the pressure, and the kick's away.
A low kick. Tough to handle. Cartier's got it.
They fake the reverse. He still has it. And Cartier comes back across the field.
Change direction.
He might get a block. He gets a good block. He's still up. He's still on his feet. And he gets hit, and he still keeps his feet going. And somehow Cartier gets out of that. He's at the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5, touchdown. And one of the better punt returns you've ever seen. Julian Cartier. Wow. That's all I can say.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Cartier broke right. New Britain set up a wall on the left side. He cut back around, set himself up for a 20-yard loss, slipped through the defender's hands, right down the sideline for the score. A wonderful run.
Hello, Julian, as he says hello to everyone at home. Hello, Julian. My Lord, that was an unbelievable return.
That's a great defensive wall New Britain set up there.
The fact that he took it and cut back and came across the field, got a key block. I don't know if you got to see by Andrew Jackson. Got a huge block that sprung everything open on this side. And then, like I said, speed kills, and that speed did the rest. This will be, the only bad thing about this was there was a penalty at the end for unsportsmanlike conduct with the slap and 5 thing. But you know what? On a play like that, you can't fault them.
Over the touchdown.
And now they're saying they're taking the touchdown off the board now. With all that excitement and all that, and they didn't even say anything. So here's the punt return, but now this is all getting got for naught, although they didn't say a thing about it. Look at that great spin move.
Waiting for the flag here, waiting for the explanation.
Cartier takes it around, cuts across the field, and look at the more blocking, and he gets hit right there, keeps his legs turning. And again, while you're seeing this replay, this goes for naught because we didn't get an explanation.
Look at this defense here. This is unbelievable.
This is just unbelievable return by Julian Cartier that goes all for naught now.
We have timeout on the field.
And it's too bad because we really didn't get an explanation yet. And
neither is Coach Cochran.
Neither. That's what he's really angry about.
To get it.
We'll throw it down to Mike. Mike, what do you have for us?
Bristol Eastern successful in their last 2 wins. They ran the football very successfully from their main man Brian Walker. When Brian Walker was out there, he had 19 carries and averaged 140 yards in Eastville's wins against Hall and Buckley. Right now, if Eastern can't get by that tough defense of New Britain, they don't stand much chance out there. Back to you in the booth.
Thank you, Brian. we still don't know what happened. Everyone in the booths is cheering. And we didn't see a call or why the touchdown got taken off the board. But anyways, it did. So it's New Britain ball, 1st and 10 on their own 37.
It's the first time they're starting from their own territory tonight.
It is. Maestro rolls out. He gets a huge block on the corner, and he's got nothing but room. And he runs and runs. He's still on his feet. He gets down to about the 30-yard line. Down to about the 29-yard line. What a run, and what a great block to help him get the corner. New Britain's offensive line has just been lights out, and their skill players, they're very unselfish. They're very smart. They always peel back and are always looking to throw a block.
We saw it on the touchdown that was brought back. The blockers are running leg and leg with the halfbacks. It's unbelievable, the speed.
Exactly, you're exactly right. The only person that would have caught Maestro on that play was the guy throwing the block.
This is the end of the quarter.
So, call it about a 27-yard gain for Maestro, who still hasn't been sacked on the year. And I keep reiterating that fact because you don't really hear much about how good of a job the offensive line does, but they really are a great offensive line. And with that play,
the second quarter now.
We'll go to the second quarter.
Okay, they're doing it now.
A nice shot of the band.
That was great. Thank you to the New Britain Hurricane Marching Band from Nutmeg TV. We have New Britain 1st and 10 from the 30. Start of the second quarter here at Veterans Memorial Field.
There's a short pass to Cartier in the flat. He's got a guy 15 yards off of him, and he does the rest. He picks up about 15 yards himself.
Nice stop there by Sean Leahy again.
Sean Leahy's a guy's name we keep calling about because he's the only guy really on that defense making some plays.
I don't know. It looks like Mickey Mantle to me out there, but that's wrong season for that.
Call it 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. And we have this play is going to be blown dead. I believe it's going to be a false start or a legal procedure on New Britain. We'll see. This is one weakness New Britain does seem to do sometimes, and that's penalties. And tonight, as you can see, they've already had 3 now. One of them's cost them dynamite
Oh,
lights out touchdown. But
they haven't slowed down. They've gone out at 95 miles an hour, and they're still going 95 miles an hour.
actually, that
Here's
wasn't
the second quarter.
a flag. It was just the clock wasn't set. Maestro fake. Wide open is Elfin Keyless. My
Oh.
God. My Lord. Great play fake.
No one
Got
covering.
Keyless wide open in the end zone. There was nobody around him.
No coverage. No coverage at all, Bristol Eastern. Blown coverage there.
So that makes the score 34-0 for New Britain. As Garces is ready to kick the extra point.
This will be Garce's first kick against the wind. Let's see how he does.
Looked all right to me.
It's good.
Looked all right to me. 35-0 New Britain over Bristol Eastern.
Yeah, we'll have to send somebody.
I'll tell you what got Keyless open was a dynamite play fake to Mike McLeod. I mean, everybody got sucked up, and like you said, it was just a blown coverage. Somehow he ended up
all alone. He was all alone in the end zone.
wide open. So New Britain will be back to kick it off again. You get a shot of the New Britain sideline. The coaches are always coaching. They don't care if it's 35-0 you're up or 35-0 you're down. They always will coach. Yeah. You can't blame them because in a game like this, they still need to be coaching them. You don't want to get your team down, and you don't want to get them to get lackadaisical.
Get down, they'll get hurt.
That's right.
Beyond your game.
There's a short kick to about the 10-yard line.
Taken by Scro.
Scro
He's up
runs
to
right.
the 25.
Scro gets right around the 25-yard line. That's the best field
Looks
position.
like all 10 New Britain defenders in on that tackle. Really?
You're right. They sure did. Showed
Okay.
team speed down there.
Yep.
And New Britain, I mean, you can look at the
I think they
sideline.
practiced this play. I really think they did.
You can look at New Britain's sideline and just see just the size of the athletes that they have. You get a good shot of Blaze giving
Ricky Blaze
Giving the
in. Looks like he
calls.
has his ankle taped up now. Wasn't taped up earlier this evening.
shotgun formation for Bristol Eastern. The traditional with the tight end in the set. New Britain has a 8-man front to bring the pressure. Here's the snap. Blaze gets the pass off. And I believe number 21 intercepts it.
Intercepted by New Britain.
Terrence Lee, what a good job turning from wide receiver, from D-back to wide receiver. That's what you want those guys to do when they're isolated in the corner.
He was playing center field, and that ball was going against the wall, and he just reached over his head, Ella Willie Mays, and caught that one.
Take a look at this replay. He actually gets good blocking, Ricky Blaze does. He puts the ball up, and you're going to see Terrence Lee at the end of this play. He turns from wide receiver to D-back, just makes a great catch. Now he stops and got to go the other way. It's a good job. It's a good job, and Terrence Lee will be back. He's a heck of an athlete. I've seen him play a couple times. He is a junior, and one thing that gets lost in his 6'1", 190-pound frame is that he can also hit. He's a big hitter. So,
Andy Masto taking the snap. Short screen pass to the left. Again, that New Britain wall of blockers. I don't know. We have a flag after the play was blown dead.
Bristol Eastern's got to do a better job of tackling. I mean, it's one thing to not be genetically as good as the other team, but grabbing at people isn't going to help you. You got to put your shoulder pads on them. And at least if they're going to beat you, make them feel it a little bit.
I had a coach used to call it rag arm tackling. You can't rag arm tackle. You got to tackle the legs.
You got to put your shoulder in there and tackle the leg, wrap them up, form tackle. There was a little extracurricular activity after the play, which will go against Bristol Eastern.
Looks like unsportsmanlike. A big 10 yards.
10-yard penalty. And New Britain hasn't really run the ball that much tonight. I mean, they have, I think, two plays to Randy Luke. Other than that, we haven't really seen it.
Shows the effect of the score on the kids.
Yeah. They'll run in the second half, but all right. So, anyways, run and shoot formation.
We have a new quarterback for New Britain.
Dive to Randy Luke, who gets down to about the 7-yard line. Maestro was just getting his helmet fixed.
Chris Roberts just took a snap there.
Yes, he did. Maestro was just getting his helmet fixed, and so he's back in. So I wonder if that's why we saw a run play. Anyways, it's 2nd and 7 from the 10. Pump fake by Maestro. Back
Go
in
to
the
the
end zone.
corner.
Aquiles. Oh, little push off ball, a little bit too high for him.
A little push and shove of going, but again, there's Sean Leahy right there again.
I like the reps, the fact that they're letting them play.
He's letting the kids play.
Take a look at this replay. Here's what we mean by letting them play. He's gonna pump fake. That pump fake got him a touchdown earlier, and he puts it up there. And watch to the left corner of your screen. There's gonna be a little bit of pushing and shoving, but the refs are just letting them play.
They're both going for the ball here, though. Well, that was...
Well, while we were in break, Randy Luke...
While we were in replay there, New Britain just marched in again.
So we can't even stop for a replay with this explosive offense. There's a touchdown.
I'm
Randy
telling
Luke.
you should have a radar gun on this team.
That makes the score 41.
Get the jugs gun. Get the jug gun out of the trailer. There you go. Wind or no wind, it's up. It's gone. Different cars.
So on that replay, with those of you wondering what happened, Randy Luke got in for the end zone for his 2nd touchdown of the day. It was just a simple run play. We apologize. I apologize in particular for probably taking too long, but that's all right. I'm sure that won't be the last New Britain touchdown of the day. So, hey, Mike, what do you have for us?
Bristol Eastern, they have the toughest second half schedule of any team in the state. It happened last year, too. They come out strong. Last year, 5-1. This year, 4-1. But they're 2 tiers in the CCC South. Jack Krampus even said that they're only on the 1st tier. New Britain, Southington, Central, they're on that 2nd tier. And they're always at the 2nd end of the schedule. And they never can compete, as you see tonight. Back to you in the booth.
Mike, thanks a lot for that. That's great information. I had no idea they start out 4-1. And, yeah, you're right. This is the highest tier you can get right here. This is top of the food chain with New Britain. And I know Southington's got a pretty good team as well. So, anyways, Garces back for the kick. I believe number 10, Andrew Shore goes back deep. Scroll is back deep. There's the kick. Goes to the corner, and it may be...
Looks like it's going out.
It may go out of bounds, so that'll be Bristol Eastern ball at the 35-yard line. I don't think they're going to want to re-kick it. I think they'll take that at the 35 because you might not get that good field position again. But you're right, NFL, definitely, that's a re-kick. And college is probably a re-kick as well. So if you're just joining us, we're in the 2nd quarter at Memorial Stadium. New Britain has scored 42-0.
35-yard line. First down, 1st and 10. You go on the snap.
Got the explanation of the penalty. 42-0 New Britain early in the 2nd quarter. Split formation for Bristol Eastern. There's a dive up the middle. At 23, keeps his legs turning. David Cruz, that was a pretty good run by David Cruz. Keep those legs going. You are going to run a fullback dive. That's the way you want to do it. Nets him about 6 yards. New Britain's front line has just been lights out so far, and they always have been. I haven't really seen them in games where they don't show up. They're led by Corey Thomas and George Burke, right in the heart of that defense. There's a blitz.
Shotgun, Scroll trying to run it, cuts back in the middle into that New Britain wall. They have a flag.
And something you'll see a lot of is like John Morales blitzing a lot, and there's a little bit of extracurricular activity. This is something I hope that New Britain, it's not against New Britain because I know Jack Cochran can't be happy.
A 5-yard face now, standing defense will be a 1st down.
First down, a face mask penalty.
That's the 5th penalty for New Britain tonight. And if there's any weakness on New Britain, and there aren't, I mean, you have to really look with a fine magnifying glass to find one. It's the fact that they commit a lot of penalties. Not a lot, but they just commit penalties more than they should, especially for as disciplined as they play in all phases of the game. So with that said, it's 1st and 10 from the 47. There's a dive up the middle to Al Bubba Blumenthal. he gets about a yard. And what do you think of these fullback dives? You keep seeing them over and over and over.
Again, they're attacking that middle. That middle is filled up like a wall with George Burke there. I don't see it. Don't see it happening. You got Andy Madigan cutting in, filling in the gaps. It's not going to happen.
And you're really right. George Burke, Corey Thomas, Andrew Madigan, Morales, they just get it done right up the middle. And that's where you want to be strong. You want to be strong right up the middle. As well as number 83 and 63, we don't have them on our rosters, but it's just tough right up the middle. It's a quarterback dive,
keeper.
and it's a fumble, but I believe they get it back.
And
And they're actually saying he was down, which results into a 1-yard run. And they'll make a 3rd down. So, Bristol Eastern has been attacking this New Britain front. They haven't really done much to it, but this, if they get 2 yards, will be the first time tonight that they cross the 50.
across the 50. That's. I don't know if it's this drive or the wind at their back. I haven't figured that out yet.
I think it might be a little bit of both, but I'm
Okay.
most certain that starting out the 35 had something to do with it, as well as the face mask. So third and 6, shotgun formation. It's going to be the option. Pitches it to number 10. Scroll gets
caught behind the line there.
And you know what? You're not going to run the option on Josh Jenkins. If there's anybody you run the option away from, it's Josh Jennings, because Josh Jennings is probably the fastest of their defensive linemen.
Yeah, for sure.
He has a 75-yard touchdown on a kickoff return. To tell you how good of an athlete he is. So it's 4th down. They weren't able to cross the 50, Bristol Eastern, and now they're going to have to kick it to the 2 most exciting players New Britain has right now, Andrew Jackson and...
I'm getting a little concerned about Blaze for Bristol Eastern. He come off that field limping after that last play. I don't know. He's taped up to bring him back. He's walking it off now, but nice kick.
They have the reverse set up again. Let's see if they try it.
Fake reverse again.
And Cartier got the corner.
The Britain again has set up that wall.
He's at the 40, the 50, the 40, the 30. There's nobody there. There's nobody there. This is a touchdown, Julian Cartier, and this one counts. That makes it 48-0, New Britain.
7 minutes left, first half. Unbelievable.
And this one counts for Julian. And look at him. He said, I know this one counts. He's cheering. He's probably the happiest person on the field. So there's Coach Cochran to greet him. And you know what? He deserves it, because that one return, they never gave a really explanation of why it got pulled back. And I guarantee you, when he's about 50, the one he'll remember is the other one. That'll be the one he tells his kids, hey, you should have seen this play I had when I was younger.
Gracie is up. It's good. I guess you don't even have to have me tell you it's good. Just listen for that. Listen for that cannon.
We're going to get a replay on this punt return. Julian Carty, dynamite return. He got great blocking, everything you want he got from this return. We're going to get the replay in its entirety. Our crew's doing a heck of a job tonight. As you can see, it's just a regular snap, and this is where I was telling you earlier, why even kick to these guys? And there's Carty, catches the ball, he fakes it. There's the fake.
Here's this wall being set up by New Britain. Great blocking wall here.
And then the rest
takes
is
a lot of coaching to get that down.
Look at
now
that.
He's got to push his blockers out of the way to get him in.
Look at that. The only people in the screen are New Britain blockers. And
I'll tell you.
All right, we're getting ready for the kickoff. I mean, that shot right there explains it all. That was just too easy. One fake, no block, and then the rest is a touchdown.
We have 7 minutes to go in the first half, and New Britain's up 49-0.
This is nothing new for New Britain. This is nothing new for them. They always are lights out in the first half. A little squib kick to make sure they return it, and it's going to be an offsides penalty called on
offsides on New Britain.
Yep. Definitely going to be an offsides penalty called on him. In fact, I think it may even be the senior, Andrew Madigan. So this will back them up about 5 yards. And I believe they're going to see another squib kick as well from Garces.
Exactly.
Why not? It's been working all night.
That's it. We drop it down about the 30-yard line.
So Garces kick back deep.
Deep.
Sorgo gets it.
Squirrels got it on the 15, 20. Hit hard there.
Josh Jennings.
Josh Jennings. Hit hard on the 22-yard line. Bristol Eastern takes over.
Tell you what, Josh
First and
Jennings.
10.
Double J is what they call him in New Britain. Wow. Great.
Come in,
great
Mike.
hit. Mike, what do you have for us?
Got us, Mike?
Last time at the half, when New Britain and Bristol face off last year, it was 48-0. Right now, with 6 minutes left, over 6 minutes left, it's 49-0. The Bristol record for points scored against them is 79. That could be in danger tonight. How about that one?
And Mike, it wouldn't. Thank you, Mike, for that. First off, that tidbit. It wouldn't surprise me, but Coach Cochran's not the kind of coach to run it up. They score a lot, and it's going to be. He's going to leave it to Bristol Eastern. If Bristol Eastern turns the ball over, then yeah, they'll score. If they don't,
exactly. There's no running up here. They're just overrun. They have a quarterback who's run off the first period, limping, taped up, back in the game now. With Blaze.
just outmanned.
This is going to be a game for Eastern to gut out. I'd be disappointed if it's 79 or more. Doesn't set up much of a Turkey Day game in Muzzy Field between Bristol Eastern and Bristol Central. But that's their big game.
Back to the game action. It's 2nd and 7 from the 25, and they try a draw, and Maestro gets swallowed up by the New Britain front again. I mean, it gets to the point where we don't want to keep beating a dead horse, but they are attacking a front that has just been solid all year, and it's not working.
Yeah.
What do you do?
They've got to fake to the middle and pitch out and run around the end. There's no faking or anything. It's just straight dives right in the middle, right into that New Britain wall.
And it to me, the play calling doesn't bode well, and it doesn't give the players confidence. If you're basically telling your players, hey, we don't have the athletes they do. Let's just run right at them and get off to the sideline. I don't like it.
They're split here, 2 backs.
3rd down and 7. Actually, five skill plays. There's a dive up the middle again. The number 23, David Cruz, gets nothing.
I think he tried to go off tackle around George Burke, and of course, George is taking up too much yardage just being there.
And and now they have to kick it again to their best athletes. I just don't understand the play calling. Coach Cochran, to get a good shot at him, he's trying to get the formation set because he wants another punt return. Why blame him? Why not? I mean, everything else has worked tonight. He has 2 punt returns run back for touchdowns. Really, 3. Why not? And there's a kick again. They kick it to Cartier, and this time that's the smartest play. It's the 2nd smartest play they've done from Bristol Eastern. That's just kick it out of bounds. Smart, because you're not demoralizing your special teams. So now New Britain will get the ball on the 45.
About a 20-yard punt. Britain takes over on the 45.
The Bristol Eastern 45, that is. And like you said earlier, I think only once tonight has New Britain actually had to march the ball down the field. They've done it. They did that fine, but usually they get the ball on your side of the field every time.
Special team play tonight has been spectacular.
That's the point we made earlier, is that you won't see a high school team this lights out and this dominant in all phases of the game as New Britain is. Their special teams is just awesome.
Cartier again with Leahy. Just screen
to Mike McLeod. This is great.
There's that wall again. Unbelievable.
And there's going to be a flag on they signaled out Julian Cartier on
Cartier and Leahy has some kind of exchange there.
And See what happens. It's going to probably be from
It's
the
going to go
spot.
against New Britain.
We have a hold.
It's a holding
on the
call.
offense. It'll still be first down.
Now see, this is the difference. In pros and college, it's from where the spot is. And no, it is in high school as well. So that whole great play only netted about 2 yards. Again, if you're just joining us, it's 49-0 New Britain with about 4 minutes left in the second quarter, which is nothing new for New Britain because all year they explode early. New Britain with a 4 wide receiver set. Fake to McLeod. Pass to Cartier. Cartier at the 20, the 30, the 20. Gets knocked down of bounds at the 18-yard line.
Cartier knocked out of bounds on about the 18-yard line by Leahy. First and 10 for New Britain from the 20-yard line.
It's almost been, you don't want to say too easy, but it's almost been basic and vanilla. New Britain hasn't shown a lot of their offensive hand tonight. They're running about 5 or 6 plays.
I think New Britain's doing what they're expected this first half. They're letting the seniors have their night, and they're just running right over Bristol Eastern. Tremendous run there.
Mike McLeod gets an 18-yard run up the middle, and I really like this kid. He's an explosive kid. He's a sophomore. He shows a lot of talent. He keeps his legs moving. He's 5'10", about 215, 220.
Again, that's that New Britain depth we talked about earlier. Another flag, though, for New Britain.
It's the 7th flag for New Britain tonight, and I'm kind of in the middle because sometimes you think that the refs call flags to keep it close.
Holding any offense will repeat first down. Holding any offense, repeat first down. Was he in the end zone?
But this crew's done a good job tonight. So I have to take their word for it if there was holding. But anyways, it's going to be first and 10 again now. New Britain at the 20. Mike McLeod fakes the reverse. He gets in. He has no one in front of him. It's a touchdown. 20-yard touchdown run for Mike McLeod. That is his, to make sure, 11th on the year. And now there's another flag down. And like I said, who can tell? If it's holding, it should be from the spot.
Looks like they're talking to New Britain.
I'll tell you what, Mike McLeod's going to be the most tired. He's basically said 38 yards in the last 2 plays.
Put a hold on the red.
Holding New Britain.
Remain first down. Holding on the red. Remain first down.
This game could have been in the 60s by now already.
Now I know my producer
Two
doesn't
long plays called back already.
I know my producer doesn't like me to rip the refs because they do a good job, but this time I have to. Mike McLeod was in the end zone. There was 4 people on his own team around him when he got in the end zone before that flag was thrown. If you're going to keep it close, this is not the way to do it. Don't control the game. Anyways, first and 10 from the 15.
We have a pass for Cartier, get in the corner. Incomplete.
Incomplete pass. He was trying to get the ball to number 11, Nate Jones. It's a good throw. I'm sorry, now it'll be 2nd and 5. I said first and 15, but they did spot it from the foul.
No, incomplete.
And anyways, I know I don't want to be too harsh on the refs, but that you can't do that. You can't do that. If the guy's doing it fair and square, then let him do it fair and square.
New Britain's going out of huddle here.
It's a counter play to Mike McLeod. Great cut by McLeod, and he will walk into the end zone this time.
Leahy's the only one. He beat him.
McLeod showed you something there. And that makes the score 55 to nothing for New Britain. Almost too easy.
There he is.
And I'll explain myself after the extra point. You get a good shot of Mike McLeod. He's probably the most tired guy on the field. He actually probably ran about 50
yards.
He ran
for 100 yards to get those 6 points.
That's right. Coach, extra point is good. That makes the score now 56 to nothing for the New Britain Golden Hurricanes. And Coach Cochran loves it. He loves what he's seeing out of his team. Let's take a look at the replay of the run. And here's what I'm going to explain myself about what he showed us. Mike McLeod, watch him. He's the running back in the lower part of your screen, the left part. Watch his feet on this run. First off, it's a great block, good vision, and look at that cut. boom. Those feet never stop, and they get him going in the right direction, and his speed and skill does the rest as he walks into the end zone, basically. And like you said, he ran for about 100 yards to get those 6 points on that drive.
The Britain wants to get their licks into this first period. I think Coach Cochran's going to be rotating so people win in the second half, and
You want me to do the kick?
these seniors want to get their licks in now.
And I was just being informed that we're going to have a running time now, starting after this kickoff, to get to halftime. And that happens to New Britain more than anybody else. It's running time. So Garza's kick goes deep. Sorgo gets it at the 15. Takes it. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Josh Jenkins again. Wow. Josh Jenkins hit him so hard, he's sore.
Yep. A little slow getting up there.
Josh Jenkins is starting to walk off towards the field. He's just actually walking the injury off. It's Josh Jennings, I'm sorry. My Lord, this is the second hit in a row where, look at it, number 2.
Watch this hit by Josh Jenkins here, number 2.
Boom!
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Engulfed him.
Unbelievable. Josh is down right now.
I hope he's all right. I hope he might have gotten the wind knocked out of him. I hope he doesn't have a concussion. I don't think he would, because that's not something you really want to deal with, especially at his age. At anyone's age, actually, I'm sorry. You don't want to deal with a concussion. Take a look at another angle of this replay of this big hit. This is a higher angle, and you're going to see Josh Jennings coming to the middle of your screen right now, and look at him. Bam! His left shoulder, that's a perfect form tackle, and he just engulfs Sorgo. I'm surprised Sorgo's the guy not hurt.
Josh is out of the game now. You're looking at him on the sidelines. He's been replaced by Derek Roberts.
And we have a running clock now, and we will for the remainder of the half, as it's 1st and 10 for Bristol Eastern at the 25.
Again to the middle.
that should be the name of that should be the theme of the night. Again to the middle.
I think we should start counting these tackles as the New Britain line tackles. Here he comes. Here he comes back. Josh Jennings back. JJ.
Double J, as they call him, as he likes to be known as. This guy has a non-stop motor too. That's one thing I liked about him from before. Is even if the play's going away from him, he'll try and run it down.
Bristol Eastern's got to throw some passes here. There's no secondary for New Britain. Everybody's on the line. They're just crushed on the line. It's an option.
It's an option keeper. The fake, the elbow,
They took the option to the right and gained about 6. Well, they just marked it for 5, so he gained 5 on that one. Just Eastern. The 29-yard line, 3rd and 6.
And if you're Bristol Eastern, you want to get this first down. You don't want to kick it again with about a minute, just under a minute left to New Britain.
No, I got a feeling that we're looking here at a quarterback sneak or a bootleg or something. They're going to have to eat time off that clock. They don't want to kick the ball away again. And again, no secondary.
You don't need it. And Bristol Eastern actually...
no secondary for New Britain. They're right up on the line.
Now, the clock should stop here. Bristol Eastern, delay of game. The clock should stop, but it doesn't. It keeps going.
Get it, set.
Okay.
Delay of game, halftime.
They ran off about 12 seconds on the clock that they shouldn't have. But, you know what? It is 56-0, so I'm sure Cochran's not too worried about it.
Like I say, tonight's a night to build character for Bristol Eastern.
You're right, and these are the kind of situations where you do it, but I don't know if they're getting the right plays called to actually build their character.
into the middle. They just want him to hold on to it. They just want him to hold on to it, run the clock down. Keep it up the sideline.
And that'll actually be probably the last play of the half. So, at halftime, it's New Britain 56, Bristol Eastern nothing.
Dad, nobody wears ties to school.
Tie says you're serious. It'll make a good impression. And remember, you're there to study,
To learn and to make something of myself. I got it.
Almost half of all UNCF students are the first in their family to go to college.
They have some great architecture classes.
Dad, I'm not really interested in architecture.
Well, keep your options open. And remember, no girls until your
my
work is done. And I'd make sure that I got my lunch.
You're not going. I am.
I know.
Listen, you better get going. Don't want to be late the first day in.
Oh, yeah.
And when you're the first to go, you're going for a lot of people. The United Negro College Fund. A mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Oh, really? Yeah. Technical problems.
First one is got rain now.
Second one's the truck. Generator. Oh, that's a good shot.
Cheerleaders on their own without the music. Doing a good job.
Goes back. I wish you would slide up.
Dropped the freaking cheerleader.
Good job. Now when you see the long yellow line, 0.
Okay, guys, hold up a second. Ball. You need to change that. Second half is going to go without the spot. 14.5. It doesn't say. Art, take the mic. That mic. That mic. That mic.
The color guard captain is Jim Delgado. Co-captains Jim Thomas.
Take it for granted.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Look on? Okay.
sing for millions of girls. But helping out schools, that's the real deal, baby.
I know our love can multiply, 'cause you're the X and I'm the Y.
I'm the cute one, you know what I'm saying?
So, have you ever been backstage before?
Okay, guys, this is the abacus. It's an old school calculator. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Like the circle and the square, our geometry is a perfect pair.
Now, why should kids know about gravity?
Well, gravity holds them down.
I once was one, but now it's two.
I'm spinning out of control.
Wanna swear my love to you.
Oh,
So if you're just joining us, it was 56-0 in the first half.
They don't want to risk a return. Special teams that killed in the first half.
Can't blame them. And New Britain, speaking of first half, has outscored their opponents now 367-35 in the first half. And actually, New Britain's going to make them kick it to them. That ball went out of bounds, and they elected to, instead of taking it at the 35, they said, you have to kick it to us. So it's been, you know, the first half was, they only ran 21 plays offensively for New Britain. Majority of their touchdowns came on, well, short field. They had almost 95 yards special teams.
That's unbelievable.
Just dominated.
The discipline that New Britain has and the special teams and the execution. Set up the walls and the returns and reverse it and have a wall on the other side of the field. Good coaching.
And they just, like you said, execution, and they you know, they do it. They get it done on all phases. They block well, and their line really doesn't get enough credit, as well as their skills players as far as blocking don't get enough credit. They just do a solid job. So, anyways, New Britain, that being said, will take over at the 35-yard line, and they are up 56-0 to start the second half. And I believe it wasn't really told to us, this is going to be a running clock for the rest of the game. I think both
Yes.
coaches agreed and everything. So
we have a running clock for the remainder of the game. You're right.
And a new quarterback as well.
It looks like most of the seniors are gone from the lineup.
Chris Roberts will be the quarterback, and he hands off to Randy Luke, who gets about 2 yards on the counter play. I don't think you're going to see much of Luke as well. You're going to see McLeod a lot in this half.
Great chance for the sophomore to get into a game like this. Have some extra minutes.
This is why Coach Cochran can develop a quarterback too. He's got a guy. They're up so big. Oh, and the quarterback will learn. Chris Roberts will learn. Take a little touch off the ball. Completes the pass to
Nate Jones.
Nate Jones in the flat, who had nothing but real estate in front of him, but was kind of he had to stretch out for the pass. It fell down. So that brings 3rd and 2 from the 44. Toss play. Randy Luke can't hold on to.
Loose ball.
And he gets thrown for a huge loss. By number 54, Sean Messenger. Sorry, not Sean Messenger.
I don't think New Britain will let this go for too long. They'll be bringing the seniors back.
Well, that was on Randy Luke. Randy Luke's got to catch the ball, but that's going to hurt in the stat column, especially since he's only run probably about 6. He's probably only has 4 or 5 carries. One's going to be a 15-yard loss now. So it's 4th down from the 29-yard line. And New Britain will be looking to kick away.
Easton brought in the return team.
And here's a guy who doesn't get much action, and that's Hunter. They're going for it. Oh, my Lord. The swing pass to Cartier. Cartier catches the spring. He's still up, fighting, gets down to about the 45-yard line. 21-yard gain on the play.
4th and 15 and run 21.
Now, people might say, hey, Coach Cochran, that's not a good, you're running it up now. But you know what? The backup quarterback's in. So, yeah, but no. You got your backups in, and still got to keep some starters in. And you know what? They keep the drive continues. The clock's running. So he's got to do something. He's got to get some offensive plays ran. And right now, the clock's still running. We're waiting for the yard marker crew. to get their yards mark set. Now it's set. Snap. Give to Randy Luke. Counter play. Randy Luke trucks a couple people, and wow, what a way to finish the run. Flatbacks. Number 12, Lorenzo Brown, he flatbacked him. If you're asking what that is, a flatback is when a guy comes up to hit you and you hit him, and boom, he goes flat on his back. It's a flatback. What a run.
Unbelievable.
Randy Luke again up the middle. It's about 2 yards. Randy Luke's pretty fired up. That's another thing. When you flat back somebody, you start running. You got a little bit more swagger, a little bit more pep in your step when you run.
This half is time for the underclassmen to chart their course for the future. We have a pass here to Cartier on the 20.
Cartier does a great job of finishing that run with a stiff arm. That's what you like to see your skill players do, especially as many hits as they take. You like seeing a skill player dish one out. And that's definitely what's happening right now with Randy Luke running somebody over, and now Cartier doing it.
1st and 10 from the 13.
No, I can't. I don't get no more cord.
Roberts on the bootleg threw a little bit high to his intended target, who's still down. He's getting up now.
It's early. He's just got in the game.
That's Elfin Keeler. Yeah,
they're running the same plays as the first half. They're just throwing different players in there, checking on their execution.
Yep, that's how you learn. That's how, it's for Coach Cochran, it's to see who's paying attention when you just call the same plays and see if the guys who back up are listening. It's a quick pitch to Randy Luke. He fakes inside and gets dragged down by number 79, Jeremy Baker. Good job.
Nice step there, throw for about a 5-yard loss.
The guys from Bristol Eastern are still hustling up front. They're still fighting, so you like to see that if you're Jack Crumpets.
33, come here.
So we're getting ready now. Drive stalls because Randy Luke has something wrong with his helmet and his shoulder pads. So now they're gonna huddle back up and call into play. Now the
field report.
Clock starts again.
That's the field report if you need it.
The official clock, the 35-second clock starts again. When I say the clock starts, because we have a running clock now in the second half. If you're just joining us, it's 56-0 New Britain over Bristol Eastern.
Right. Yeah.
3rd and 15. Screen pass to Randy.
Daughters, or we have a couple of granddaughters. Put these away.
I told you once, I told you again, these guys, these skill players block.
Power, 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 power.
I know the offensive line does a heck of a job blocking, but man, the skill players. He slips out of the backfield. Cartier, you just went out of your screen. He's coming back in. Boom! Right there. Key block allows Randy Luke to get to the corner. He goes into the end zone for the touchdown.
PTA is good.
63-0. New Britain Golden Hurricanes over the Bristol Eastern Lancers. And you know what? I have a feeling they're going to put 2 more up.
Well, at this.
Mike, what do you have for us?
While Latin and Rob are up there in the booth staying nice and warm, I see 2 little kids over here eating Italian ice. Are they crazy? I'm down here freezing with the rest of the people down here. They're eating Italian ice. Just incredible. Hey, Latin, I bet you wish you were down here eating Italian ice, too. Back to you guys.
yeah, I wish I was. But you know what? Those 2 kids will probably be offensive guard, maybe a tackle for Jack Cochran in a couple years. You got to breed them tough and start them early.
It's getting a little cool. People are starting to pull out of the parking lot now. That last drive impressed a lot of people. The cars are starting to flow out.
Not if you're the New Britain seniors. Maybe they want to absorb this moment because it's senior day tonight from Memorial Stadium. Here's the kickoff by Garces.
Deep kick.
We have a new returner, number 23, David Cruz, who comes across the field, looks for a seam, he gets one.
David Cruz makes a nice cut.
Closed up by number 8, Nate Daniel. And you know what? That hole opened and closed quickly. Opened and then shut. And the special teams coaches, you see him, he loves it. He loves what he sees, but he's not happy about the return. Get a shot at New Britain. The thing I like about them on the sideline is they all keep in the game. They all stay in the game. 63-0 with a running clock in the third quarter. And let's see what we have a split formation out of Bristol Eastern. Snap is clean. They fake it. No one's there to fake it.
Oh, what a charge there.
Number 26, Kewan Fountain. Big hit. Nice play. Way to read it. And he's in now.
These underclassmen want to impress the coach. They want to be there next year.
And you know what? The JV, I know they do it on JV, but it's also good to actually see them on the varsity, get their name in the paper, just get some film on them for Coach Cochran to break it down for later on. So he's got a heck of a program here. It's now second. That was a big loss. It's about second and call it 16 from the New Britain 21. Sorry, from the Bristol Eastern 21.
Okay.
I formation to give up the middle. David Cruz is stacked up.
Another loss.
Andrew Madigan, he's been on a lot of plays, Andrew Madigan, and I know you're a friend of the family with him.
Great family, great Madigan family, great football history here in New Britain. Great family, Madigans.
And their son, the middle linebacker for the state champions last year, did a heck of a job as a fullback / H-back in the
well, Andy's a great baseball player too.
Title game.
He got himself pretty banged up 4th of July weekend last. Didn't think he'd be able to play football this year.
Yeah,
he's certainly out there.
You said he got hit in the face and had to get 2.
Yeah, hit in the face. He's got a couple of reconstructive surgery up there. Didn't think he'd be back. He's out there.
3rd and 15, and I formation again. They're gonna just go ahead and give it to Cruz again. Not Cruz, number 27 keeps his legs churning, and he fights for about 5 yards. Matt Keenan, nice run, but it's 4th down.
You have a New Britain player down.
Jennings.
A little slow getting up, but he's up.
And now you have the 2 most explosive players of the evening back deep. That being Julian Cartier and Andrew Jackson.
Which way will the wall be this time?
I think whoever gets it, it's going to be a fake.
Run right at us.
My money's on Julian Cartier because it's the wide side of the field he'll be coming to.
Yep.
And that's who it does. It's going to roll out of bounds, actually. They kicked it towards him, but straight out of bounds. Smart move, especially with the running clock. You don't want to risk further embarrassment if you're Bristol Eastern on your special teams.
New Britain will take over now on Eastern's 47-yard line, 1st and 10.
And I wonder how long they're going to keep those 2 guys in, Cartier and Jackson, as far as 4th down is concerned.
I think if you're building a young quarterback, building up his personal pride in himself and what he can do, you want good hands out there for him to throw to. I think they're going to stay there for quite some time.
Run and shoot formation, give to Mike McLeod, huge hole. He almost runs into his blocker, he's at the seam. He's cutting back, looking for more yards. He's down to the 20, to 15, down to about the 11-yard line. Great run by McLeod. I really like McLeod. I think he takes him a next level kind of gear that Randy Luke doesn't have. Both guys are good. Randy Luke's more the power guy.
Again, this second half, we're talking about sophomores here, and they are just tearing up.
Yeah. McLeod, I definitely think when he develops more, he's only a sophomore, and he already has, 11 touchdowns this year. Really, he should have 12. He had about 100 yards in that last drive earlier in the game. So it's 1st and 10 from the 11. Counter to McLeod up the middle. McLeod keeps his legs churning. He walks into the end zone. Touchdown. New Britain.
I'll give you that one, Aladdin. You called that one. There's number 12.
69-0. New Britain. And you know what? They did it the classy way. If someone asked me, hey, did they run it up? No. They might have ran it up, but they literally ran it. They ran it the whole time.
If they keep at this pace, there'll be 2 more scores and they'll be going home.
I agree. Just keep the clock running.
6 minutes, they're getting a score every 6 minutes.
Garza's on to attempt the extra point. High snap, he gets it down anyways. Good job by Campbell, and it's good. And Chris Roberts has some pretty good hands. I'm sorry I gave props to Ed Campbell. He got that high snap down so that Garza's could kick it, and just like that, 70 to nothing.
At this rate, these sophomores have a chance to set that Bristol record for most boards scored against.
Yeah. Mike, what do you have for us? Speaking of records.
A long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, New Britain actually lost the game. Seriously, they actually lost the game. Last year, about mid-season, Bristol Central picked them off 20 to 14. Now, since that point, New Britain has been flawless. It must seem like years ago since they lost the game. It must be a great feeling going out there, conquering everybody. And it's just going to keep going and going. Back to you guys in the booth.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Mike. We touched on that a little bit earlier. There should be an asterisk by that game, though, because Justice Harrison left the game like in the second quarter. And I don't know if they'd have lost if he played. But you're right. They've had a heck of a winning streak going, and they just keep going. They just keep doing it. And they have a heck of a program built here that Cochran does.
Uh-oh.
That ball will skip off Cruz, goes into the end zone for the touchback. And we touched on it a little bit earlier. Cochran really, we know he built the program at Bloomfield, but now he has a heck of a program. If you look at the rosters, he's not losing a whole lot of talent here. I mean, he is, but he's not. He's replaced.
There's high schools in Connecticut is competing so much with soccer now in the fall, and all the different sports that are available and different activities available to kids. To see New Britain's football team continue to churn out 50, 60 kids along the field every night, it's tremendous.
I don't know if they beat their band, though. Their band's got about 150 members. First and 10 for Bristol Eastern from their own 20. It's a drop back pass. Blaze.
Leahy's got it. Oh.
Almost just off the fingertips of Leahy.
Off Sean Leahy's hands. Nice toss. He's shaking his head on that one.
It was close, and he had some real estate in front of him, but I don't know if he would have scored, but definitely has some real estate. That's the end of the third quarter, where now it's 70 to nothing, New Britain from Memorial Stadium.
Hang out with a pretty trashy circle. The circle that helps this circle by recycling trash. We sort glass, plastic, separate cans, stack newspapers, and magazines. Now, thanks to us, there are lots of products made from things we've already recycled. This cereal box wants your Sunday paper. These paper clips, in a more daring life, a 56 convertible. The circle works like this. It starts when we recycle trash at home and at work. It's completed when we buy products made from or packaged in recycled materials. How do you know the difference? Check the label for something called post-consumer recycled content. It looks like this. Make a mental note. Then buy the highest percentage of it you can find. You'll save a tree, you'll save energy, and in your own way, you'll help save the world. Complete the circle.
Call 1-800-2-RECYCLE for your free shopping guide. Environmental Defense. Finding the ways that work.
Welcome back to Memorial Park, and Rob, take it away for me.
Okay, Bristol Eastern just attempted a pass and ran out of real estate. Looks like New Britain put the seniors back in for this last play.
It looked like it, but they didn't. They never took George Burke out.
Oh,
he was in there.
George the Tree Burke, I'm telling you.
Man, they got a D1's prospect.
You want to see some football, you got to watch this kid play.
So it's 3rd and 10 from their own 20. Shotgun formation for Bristol Eastern. Al Bubba Blumenthal on the backfield with Ricky Blaze.
Looks like Burke is playing some kind of a monster position.
They run a lead.
He's all over. He just, great sack. Caused a fumble. Recovered by Eastern on their 24-yard line.
George Burke is truly a man among boys right now. He is 6'4", 255 pounds. Him with Josh Jennings on the corner, they have a heck of a foundation at the end, as well as Corey Thomas up the middle. They just have a strong team on the defensive side of the ball. They just get it done. It's 4th down We have two. We have now number 61. I believe he's a senior. They're going to run a reverse to, if they get it, Oliver Orton and Andrew Jackson back deep. So let's see what happens. If they don't kick it out of bounds. No, they kick it, and it goes out of, well, Oliver Orton.
Oliver doesn't want it. Nope. Oliver gave it up. Here we go. We're going to take over at midfield.
And Coach Cochran was trying to get the senior a return, but apparently he didn't want it. That would have been funny to see a 6'4", 275-pound punt returner. I've never seen that in my life. Mike, what do you have for us?
If you're Bristol Eastern, you got to be thinking, when will this game end? However, when they drop to 4 and 5 this year, they have 2 games that are really winnable, and it'll be great to see Eastern possibly being 6 and 5. Next week, Maloney comes to Bristol, and the week after that, it's Bristol Central. Back to you guys.
The toss play to number 27. He has the ball in the wrong hand, but he keeps his legs churning and picks up a first down. Number 27 being Mike Pinkard. And he's a senior, and this will be just getting. Coach Cochran's trying to get the seniors to touch the ball. Like you said, they put them back in. I can respect that. So these kids, senior, it's their night, so why not use them? Now he's putting in number 79, John Kinnerly. It's a huge kid. He goes
John checks in at 6'3", 335. He's coming in at the left side tackle position.
Again, another pitch to number 29. Now, not number 27. He finds a seam, keeps his leg turning and picks up the first down. And we don't have a number we don't even have a number 29 on the roster, but trust me, he's in there. It's probably coded Poteet, maybe. I'll call him that. I'll call him Poteet. Karen and Poteet with a big run. Here it is now. Kyle Orton. Number 61. Look at the leg drive.
Oh,
wow.
That's senior drive
Oliver
right there.
Orton. He is, man, now I see why they put him in there. The big guy running the ball like that. And unfortunately, the only thing was a penalty on the play. But
that's what you get when you give a lineman the ball for the first time.
Wow, but he didn't run like a lineman right there. He kept his leg. Wow, he turned on the gas.
I think he always wanted to be a back.
Now they're bringing Orton out. He's being greeted by crowds by the coaches.
I think that's the third New touchdown brought back by a penalty.
I didn't see it, and I think
we have holding on the offense. Repeat first down.
Stats guy for New Britain actually brought up a good point. New Britain's stats are so impressive. Now they have a big number 55 in the backfield. Kyle Kuma, the lineman. They're getting all the linemen touches. This is great. Because all the offensive linemen do a great job blocking. Kyle Kuma keeps his feet moving. He's still fighting.
He's still up.
He's still up. They blow it dead. But this is a great job getting all the offensive linemen carries.
You can tell Cochran was a lineman. Huh? He's giving the lineman a ball, letting him run.
They do a great job of blocking all year. Why not use them, you know? Why not let them get... You just don't want to get him hurt, though. That's the only thing. You don't want him to sprain his ankle, get his knee hurt, and play like this. And I believe the next guy who's going to get the ball might be George Burke. I don't want to jinx it, but I have a feeling he's going to be the next guy.
We have another senior in. Greg Markowitz.
Greg Markowitz on a
roll.
Thrown for a big loss.
Caught behind by Nick Colsini.
I have a feeling George Burke, because he's talking to Coach Cochran right now, is going to get the ball.
Sorry, Nick.
George Burke is entering the game. George Burke is entering the game now.
Apologize to your mom for that one, Nick.
It's third down and about 20. But you know what? It's all good to use the slang, because Coach Cochran's doing the class thing.
They're having
the
fun.
Seniors the ball.
They're letting the seniors have fun.
Toss sweep to George Burke.
Oh,
he fumbled.
Burke.
He picks it up again.
Burke.
He actually had a hole.
He must play basketball in the off-season.
He actually
he dribbled that one right.
He ran like a quarterback and slid down.
I feel like a small forward to me.
And now Coach Cochran, when he comes over to the sidelines, he say, "Hey, son, first thing you got to do is carry when you catch the ball before you run with it, you know?" George Burke's fired up. He said, run that play again, run that play again. But you know what? Come on. You had your chance. This is fun. Pitch to Andrew Madigan. Andrew Madigan gets a corner. Now, he's an athlete.
There's a defensive end with the ball.
I'll tell you what, though. I hate to say it. I don't. The guy who looked the best, though, running the ball was Oliver Orton. No doubt about it.
That's it. He's letting the seniors have fun. Senior night tonight. Their parents are here in the stands. They're all still here. They're enjoying the game. They're just having fun.
I'll tell you what, Oliver Orton.
You've got to give Eastern credit. They're keeping their heads up. They're on every play, and they're trying to take them down.
My money on
Eastern takes over on downs.
The score remains. New Britain combined along with wins against Maloney and Platt would have beaten, would have gotten a combined 205 points to Platt, Maloney, and Bristol Eastern 7. 205 to 7, those 3 combined games. It's amazing. When's enough? That's what you got to say to yourself. Back to you guys.
Got a fumble recovered by New Britain.
Well, Mike, enough is enough when you see your senior guard, Oliver Orton, running like a tailback, and you knew if a Bristol Eastern player was even close to that ball, they were going to get it back. It didn't even matter. Number 55 is
recovered
the guy.
by Nate Daniel.
Number 55, Kyle Ross is the guy, but now they're going to say Nate Daniel got it back. Now they don't know who has the ball, but it looks like they eventually say it's New Britain's ball. These refs, they don't know.
Here we go. Here's our favorite guard, converted to fullback.
Oliver Orton, number 61, in the backfield. And you can believe this is going to be a toss play. And he looks good running the ball, actually.
That looks like Larry Zonka for me.
Hey, I like Larry Zonka and Earl Campbell. Toss to Orton.
Here we go. Go,
Ollie. Stiff arm. Keep his legs churning. Boom! That's the way to run the ball.
Hey, I'll tell you. How do you record that in the stat sheet when a guard gains 10?
I keep him in. I think they found themselves a tailback, honest to God. If there's playoffs coming, you need short yardage. Look at this guy. This kid's 275 pounds, number 61. Look at him run the ball. He gets a stiff arm.
You got to remember, Ollie's an offensive lineman here.
He's trying to finish that run. Takes a couple people with him for good measure. Looks good.
Ollie's an offensive lineman making that kind of run.
They're keeping him in, too.
Here we go.
Oh, no, this is number 51. This is somebody different. That's number 51, John Renault. And he picks up the first down. Well, actually, they gave the first down
Jordan
to Orton.
He's an offensive guard. Moved to fullback position for that play.
Kyle Coomer is probably going to be the next guy to get the carry. Big number 55. And this actually made this a pretty fun fun quarter to watch.
I think this is a reward for all those drills.
I think so, too. It's a toss sweep.
Here we go.
He's looking. He fakes inside. He might have it.
He sees it. He got it. He got it. Unbelievable.
All right. What you like to see on an offensive lineman. That makes the score 76 to nothing.
Kyle Plummer with that score. Listed in the program as an offensive guard. Nice run, Kyle.
This is actually a really class move.
If a guard can pull an offensive play, he can run with the ball too.
It's a class move by Jack Cochran to get these, just let the senior linemen, the guys who don't get all the recognition and everything, some fun. They're really having fun, and that's just a class move. I like it. There's many bad things as you hear about New Britain, all they're running it up. You know what? That was class right there.
Yep.
No, with the extra point good, that makes the score 77 to nothing. New Britain. I'm going to take a look at the replay. Kyle Coomer's touchdown. This is his claim to fame. He will remember this the rest of his life.
This piece of film is going to be in the family album for the Plummer family for a long time.
Only criticism is he got the ball in the wrong hand, but he still gets in, and he wasn't real graceful getting in.
It's like he was running home from the store with a loaf of bread.
Looks like he was running to Dairy Queen.
There he is, getting a hug from his coach.
I'll tell you what, that's great. And Kyle Coomer will remember that touchdown more than this block he threw in the state championship. He threw a block last year, a decleater. Knocked the guy senseless in the state championship game, but he's going to remember that touchdown run more than anything. Wow, let me get this in real quick while we over the kickoff. Tonight's telecast is brought to you by Nutmeg Television. Our producer is Joni McCauley. Our director is Paul Fiedler. Our technical director is Regina Mastrogiacomo. Our titles operator is Sarah Marino. Audio is Ron Palmisano. Cameras are Dan Riley, Steve Sivum, Dwayne Cody, Art Langdon, and Susan Morgan. And then our stats guy is Don Zarell.
And I'm Rob Newton in the booth here. I want to thank, right now, I want to thank my cohort here tonight, my partner in crime, Aladdin Freeman. We had a great time. Hope you enjoyed the game.
I really enjoyed it. And our crew, I know our crew does a heck of a job. I've never really seen a crew put so much, time and effort into something, and they do a great job every week. It's just it's a shame we don't get more games, but we're working on it. Anyways, back to the action. There's 1:23 left in the game. New Britain's up on Bristol Eastern 77-0 with a running clock. If you're just joining us, you missed a lot of excitement, but mostly you've missed special plays by seniors. It's senior night here at Memorial Stadium. So 1st and 10, they run a quarterback draw just to keep the chains moving. Ricky Blaze is going to get about 2 yards, and that's
Bristol Eastern wants to eat that clock up. They don't want to go back to Bristol. They want to go back to Bristol with the record intact. Most points scored against on Bristol Central, setting up that much-awaited Turkey Day game between Bristol Central and Bristol Eastern.
That should be a pretty good game because both those teams got routed by New Britain, but I mean, they're probably a different playing field.
That game's totally different.
Yep.
Neighborhood against neighborhood. Half town against the other half. Great Turkey Day football here in Connecticut.
They got a tough fullback over there in Bristol Central, and they're a pretty good team, so should be an interesting game. Split formation, probably about 20 seconds left in the game. 19, 18 before this snap. It's a toss to number 23, David Cruz, who actually gets a huge hole. He's on his feet.
Cruz isn't giving up.
That might be the last play of the game with about 9 seconds left. 4 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. I want to thank you all for joining us. We're going to do an interview after the game, so stay with us. Again, it was 77-0 New Britain over the Bristol Eastern Lancers. We'll see you in a minute.
Is the hand that sows the seed, that grows the forest, that drinks from the stream, that hugs the mountain, that gives shape to the wind, that carries the kite, that is flown by the child, that is loved by the woman, that toils at the job, that gives to Earthshare, that supports the hand, that sows the seed.
All life is woven together. How can we choose which environmental cause to support? Earthshare, the workplace giving program, makes it simple by bringing the leading environmental groups together under one umbrella. Support Earthshare, and you support them all, including the hands that sow the seeds and protect the forests and the streams and the children. To learn more, please visit our website.
Golden Hurricanes beat the Bristol Eastern Lancers 77-0. With me, I have all the seniors, but first, I want to talk to the sideline reporter, Mike Latenge. Mike, what did you think of the game?
Find a weakness on this team, will you, Aladdin? I mean, every facet of the game, when the playoffs come this year, I mean, Norwich Free Academy, West Haven, they're going to be a tough ticket to beat. New Britain all the way.
All right, I can find one weakness. Coach Cochran's going to let them know Monday. But anyways, we have the seniors. First senior I wanted to talk to was George Burke, so let me switch. George, heck of a job tonight. You've done a heck of a job all season. Fullback dive. Were y'all ready for this?
Oh, yeah, we always been ready. You know, Coach kind of played me a little bit with the sweep because I'm not a tailback. I like to run between the tackles. And, you know, I fumbled the ball, and I know the cat's going to eat me up tomorrow in the locker room about that.
All right, now, that was the most interesting fourth quarter, 70-0 game I've ever seen at that point. All right, now, Kyle, I'll leave you for him, but let me talk to you real quick. Orden, Now, you actually look like a tailback out there. You showed some shake and bake. You accelerated through the arm tackles. Tell me about it.
Yeah, I originally started out as a fullback, but when Coach Harkin came, he kind of moved me into the line. So I have nothing else to say.
All right, well, great job. I'm going to pass it to you, Rob Newton.
Thanks, Aladdin. Kyle, my hero, man. Kyle Comer. He made the family archives today. You know that?
Oh, well, I feel bad that, all the hard work that we
Your face don't say you feel bad.
No, I feel bad that I'm the one that had to get the touchdown because all my other linemen got more yards than I did, and they just set me up. But I just used a little counter psychology and pointed to the left side of the field, acted like I was going to the left side of the field, but I went to the right side of the field, and I scored a touchdown. And that's all there was to it.
Thanks, Kyle. You know, I meant that, you know. You even tucked the ball the wrong way, but you looked like a kid running home from the store with a loaf of bread. You weren't going over to home.
They couldn't knock me down. That's all.
Thanks, Kyle. Back to Aladdin.
Thank you. And now, we have a plethora of seniors, but I got to talk to Coach Cochran. Coach, one thing that kind of bugged me about this game was the fact that it seemed like the penalties that they called on you a lot of times were garbage penalties. I can remember Mike McLeod had a touchdown run where there was a holding call, but there was only 4 guys on your team by there. What's going on?
Well, we're a very aggressive team. We're blocking downfield all the time. The kids are hustling. And, you know, you're going to get those calls. A lot of our plays are at the perimeter of the defense. And, you know, we're going to get those calls, but we responded. We didn't put our heads down. We punched them one in, and another one, and a fourth. So, you know, we'll work on it in practice, getting the hands inside.
What do you take away from a game like this where you just dominated on every phase of the game? Special teams was lights out, defense was lights out, offense looked awesome.
Well, we'll put the tape on tomorrow morning early. We'll grade all these guys, and, you know, we'll find a lot of mistakes. There's always mistakes to find. We'll be extra tough on them, and we'll get back to work.
And my last question to you is this team peaking at the right time going into the states, or the states coming up, actually?
Well, I hope so. You know, the conditioning's there. We haven't played 4 quarters, but we did a little extra running this week. We're going to do a little extra running next week, and defense is picking it up. I'm very happy where they are now. The offense is moving the ball, and the special teams look very good tonight. So I'm happy where we're at right now.
All right. Now, Mike, I think you have one more thing to add. I'm sorry, I'm being directed. Your thoughts, before we end this, what are your thoughts on the team as a whole and it being senior night and you're doing such a great job?
Well, we went out with a good score there, 77-0. I'm happy with how we played. Just a good thing overall. Good way to end a home game here. Hopefully we'll be here in the playoffs, though.
All right. Pass it back to you, Rob.
Aladdin. I'm with Andy Madigan here, the last of the Madigan clan at senior night here. One of the 3 Madigan boys that come through Britain High School football. Andy, what did you think tonight?
We just dominated the whole field. No matter what, it's like we couldn't be stopped. Hopefully we could do this in the playoffs. Hopefully we could do it in the championship game. And like Jordan said, hopefully we could be here. It'll be nice to be here.
Thanks, Andy. Congratulations, gentlemen.
And that about does it for tonight, where the New Britain Golden Hurricanes beat the Bristol Eastern Lancers 77-0 on senior night. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you soon.